They drank till their little bellies were round, then curled up in my lap and fell into a deep sleep. I sat there, gently stroking their scales, my mind spinning. What the hell am I supposed to do now? If I just told the king the truth, these snakes are our sons. He'd probably drag me out and behead me on the spot. Not everyone has my tolerance for the weird, and even if he somehow accepted it, he's the king of the KP kingdom. The court would never allow it. The people would never allow it. 2 snakes as the royal heirs? No chance in hell. I was deep in my own head, spiraling, when the guards outside announced,
His Majesty has arrived.
I gave birth 2 dragons. Then a week later, a royal carriage pulled up to my cottage. Silver-armored guards at my door told me they were his heirs. 10 months ago, I dragged a half-dead stranger out of a ditch. I nursed him. I married him. I got pregnant. Then he disappeared without a word. Look, everyone says don't take in strangers, but you didn't see this man. Jawline like a statue. Abs you could grate cheese on. So I took him home. His name was Tristan, covered in blood, total amnesia. I patched him up, fed him soup, changed his bandages. 3 months later, we were falling hard. 1 white dress, 2 silver candles, my mum crying in the corner. That was our wedding. Then I got pregnant. And the second I hit 3 months, his memory came back. No goodbye, just a note on my pillow. Important business. I'll come back for you. Yeah, right. I knew what that note really meant. He'd remembered who he was, and whoever he was, a broke country girl with a baby bump didn't fit the picture anymore. He wasn't coming back. He was running. Everyone warned me labor would be hell. 9 months of dread for nothing. When the day came, 2 pushes, done. No screaming baby, no crying. Just my mom, screaming like she'd seen the devil. Something cold slid down my leg. Something slimsy. I sat up. And there they were, 2 baby dragons, curled on my blooded sheets, tiny wings folded against their backs, looking right at me, blinking. 7 days later, I was still in shock. Then I heard hooves. Dozens of them. A royal carriage pulled up to my cottage, silver-armored guards at my door. A letter, sealed in gold wax, handwriting I'd recognize anywhere. From Tristan. The captain knelt. By order
of His Majesty, the King requests his queen, and your child, by royal decree, is to be named heir to the throne.
The king. The bleeding stranger I pulled out of a ditch. The man who left a note on my pillow and ran. He was the king. I looked down at the royal decree in my hand, then over at the 2 dragon cubs napping on my pillow. One of them yawned, showed me his tiny fangs. Hey, you 2, think you're ready to rule a kingdom? These 2 dragons? Absolutely beautiful. Bright-colored scales, silky as silk. Tiny, perfect fangs. Just like if dragons also had a beauty pageant, my dragon would sure win the championship. But that's the problem. They're not human. I turned to my mom, my whole body going stiff. Mom, be honest with me. Do we have shifter blood in the family? Werewolf ancestors? Some kind of cursed great-grandma? She looked like she'd just been slapped.
What is wrong with you, Willa? Our family has been honest farmers for generations. There's no monsters in our blood. Those stories are just old wives' tales.
I pointed at the bed. Then how do you explain those? Mum looked at me, looked back at me. Her face went sheet white.
A human giving birth to things like this? Willa, this is a dark omen, a curse. If anyone in this village finds out, they'll drag you to the woods. They'll tie you to a stake. They'll burn you alive.
Before I could react, she grabbed a rough cloth off the table. She scooped both snakes up and started bundling them tight. She was going to dump them on the mountain, feed them to the wolves. The babies had no idea. One of them stretched, yawned, and then those big golden brown eyes locked on mine, just looking at me, and something inside me broke. Mom, stop! I carried them for 9 months. I felt them move inside me. They are mine, and I am not letting you throw my babies to the wolves.
Willa, if anyone sees them...
Then no one sees them. We tell the village I had a stillbirth. We already buried it. These 2? Pets. The dragon I found in the garden. Nobody has to know. And just like that, they stayed. I figured this was my life now. Disgraced country girl, single mom. 2 skelly sons on the pillow. I was done with men. Tristan broke my heart. I was fine. Never seeing him again. I'd raise these little weirdos in the woods. Forever. That was the plan. Until day 7, I opened my door, and the captain, stepping forward, bowing deep.
By order of His Majesty, we are here to escort Lady Willa to the palace. You are to be crowned queen. His Majesty mentioned you were heavily pregnant when he departed. So, where is the royal heir?
I instinctively glanced back at the house, but my mum answered before I could.
7 days ago, Willa delivered a stillborn. We've already handled it.
She pulled me inside.
Lowered her voice. Willa, listen to me. The Capet Kingdom is obsessed with witch hunts. If anyone finds out you gave birth to 2 creatures, they'll burn you. The stake is a sacrifice. You go to the palace. Be the queen.
These 2? I'll keep them here. I'll take care of them.
If I had known that man was the king of the Capet Kingdom, I never would have been reckless enough to flirt with him. Not in a million years. But a royal command isn't a request. Whether I wanted it or not, I was going to that palace. I wiped my tears, said goodbye to my 2 skilly babies, and climbed into the carriage. 2 weeks of bumpy roads later, we finally reached the palace. A maid led me to a guest chamber. She said the king would be with me shortly. The room was stunning. Gold-trimmed ceilings, jade ornaments, marble floors. A country girl like me had never seen wealth like this, and I didn't care about any of it. The longer I'd been away from home, the more I missed those 2 baby dragons. I had no idea if they were okay. Maybe I was missing them too much. Because suddenly, I was hallucinating. I saw 2 little dragons scaling the palace walls, slipping through my window. Right in front of me, until they opened their mouths.
Mommy, we finally found you. Mommy, why did you leave me and Big Brother behind?
My whole body went numb. I hit the floor. I stared at them, my voice shaking. You too? Are you dragons, demon? When I was little, I used to hear storytellers talk about this. Animals that cultivated their spiritual power could borrow a pregnant woman's womb. They'd be reborn, but as humans. Looking at these 2, clearly the cultivation didn't quite stick. That's why they came out of me, still in snake form. The 2 of them slithered up to me, nuzzling against my dress, like puppies.
We're not snake demons, Mummy. We're dragons. We're your babies. Mummy, I'm so hungry. We followed your scent for days. We crawled the whole way. We don't have any strength left.
And just like that, they collapsed against my side. From Rowan Village to this palace was hundreds of miles. These 2 weren't even a month old, and they'd crawled the entire way, day and night, without stopping. I figured they were just delirious from exhaustion. Babies babbling nonsense. 2 little snakes? Dragons? Yeah, right. My heart broke for them. I scooped both of them into my arms and called for a maid. Fresh goat's milk. Now! They drank till their little bellies were round, then curled up in my lap and fell into a deep sleep. I sat there, gently stroking their scales, my mind spinning. What the hell am I supposed to do now? If I just told the king the truth, these snakes are our sons. He'd probably drag me out and behead me on the spot. Not everyone has my tolerance for the weird, and even if he somehow accepted it, he's the king of the KP kingdom. The court would never allow it. The people would never allow it. 2 snakes as the royal heirs? No chance in hell. I was deep in my own head, spiraling, when the guards outside announced,
His Majesty has arrived.
Slow, silent, unmistakable. The onlookers exchanged glances. Someone whistles.
Renard, that's gotta be for you, right? Did the Crown notice your research project? Go say hello. Maybe they'll invite you to the ceremony. The Crown does move fast.
He strides forward, ready to greet them with his most practiced charm. 2 attendants in imperial livery step out, walk right past him. Renard freezes. They stop in front of me. Bow.
Lady Wynne, Crown Prince Damon requests your presence.
I'm the weakest beast hin in my family. A lovebird. My fiancé a phoenix that gave me an iron egg to get out of our bonding contract. He said if I could hatch it, he'd go through with the bonding ceremony. Pressured by my family, I slept beside that egg every night. Poured everything I had into it. Later, when he came crawling back to reinstate the bond, a pair of obsidian black dragon wings curled around me like a cage.
Reinstating the bond? I'm afraid you're too late. Your betrothed is mine now.
On my fledgling day, Renmard surprises me with a dinner invitation. The only reason his family signed a bonding contract with mine is because our mothers were old friends.
Our bonding ceremony, I'd like to push it back.
Why?
The Academy's been keeping me occupied. I simply don't have the bandwidth for a bonding.
Everyone knows that's an excuse. but his anger doesn't land on Renard.
Lord Whitmore, you're aware the Vanguard retrieved void crystals from the Voidlands on their last expedition. Our research isn't finished. If Rin could help shoulder some of my workload, I'd certainly find time for the ceremony.
Name your terms. She will comply.
Neither of them asks me. Revnard opens his spatial pouch and places an egg in my hands.
Avians are natural nesters, aren't they? Consider it playing to your strengths. If you manage to hatch it, I might even put your name in my next paper.
He's handed her a rock and called it a test. Avians are natural nesters, aren't they? Should be easy for her.
He's an archmagister and an apex phoenix. The Whitefills were the ones reaching above their station.
Fine. But there's something I haven't told any of them. I am one of the rarest things in all of Astermore. A soul mender. I take the egg home. My stepfather assumes I'm desperate to marry Renard, so desperate I'd accept an impossible task.
Rink, just put your heart into it. Renard will come around.
Their words slide off me. Water over feathers. Not a trace left behind. I turn and walk to my room. Why would I want a preeming phoenix to be moved by me? But this egg is different. I curl up in my nest, teasing it with wisps of soul energy. I only took the egg for one reason. Hatch whatever's inside and shove it in Renward's face. And if a hatchling comes, I can claim it as my own child. Aster flows from my core, wrapping the shell like a hot spring. Golden light soaks through, gentle, dense. Remnault mentioned the Academy's healers tried everything, not a flicker of response. But right now, in my arms, the egg shifts. Trying to come out already? What should I call you? As if it heard me, the egg goes perfectly still, quiet, obedient. Better behaved than any male I've ever met, I think for a long time. Then, Pebble? It rolls away, actively trying to escape. I grab it. I pull it close. Nuzzle my downy wings against the shell. Listen, Pebble. I'm gonna raise you right. And in return, you're gonna look after me when I'm old and gray. Deal? Pebble stops moving. Playing dead. The next morning, I wake to find Pebble pressed right against my heart. I didn't move it there. For a court, we eat together, sleep together. I even go to an Avrian elder for advice on hatching.
You haven't even laid your own eggs, girl. What makes you think you can hatch someone else's?
I ignore him. I weave a floating cradle from magic and wheel the egg into the garden every night to bathe in moonlight. Supposedly, lunar exposure accelerates growth in large beastkin eggs. I don't know what species Pebble is, but it can't hurt to try. Every night after that, I shift into beast form, sing the old nesting song of the avian clans, and tuck the egg against my chest, wings folded tight around it. Warm, safe. That night, the servants are buzzing. Crown Prince Daemon, missing for half a week, has been recovered by the Imperial Guard, battered, covered in wounds, but conscious. However, the one who went into the Voidlands with him, Commander Castor Solaris, is still missing. Caspar is the youngest commander in the Empire's history. Almost nothing is known about him, only that he's Daemon's sworn brother. No one knows the true nature of House Solaris. No one knows his past. The speculation runs wild. An ancient lineage, immeasurable power. Some whisper that Solaris is a surname belonging to a species long extinct. The moment the servants mention Caspar's disappearance, the egg in my arms lurches. Violent, frantic. I assume it's just the usual movement. But after I fall asleep, on that shell, hard as iron for weeks, a hairline crack appears. The next day, I'm walking with Pebble in my arms when I run into Renard and his colleagues from the Arcane Academy. A flock of sparrows would hold a more dignified assembly.
Renard, is this your weak little fiancée? Utterly foolish. She's actually trying to incubate a rock. Renard, how did you get her so wrapped around your talon?
I walk past them without a glance.
Wynn, I didn't realize you were this devoted. It's almost touching.
Move.
Wynn, how about this? I can see you've been working hard. If that egg shows even a single crack, I'll agree to the ceremony.
Are you deaf? Back off.
Know your place, Rin! You are bound to me! Lord Whitmore has clearly been far too lenient. That's the only explanation for your manners.
He opens his mouth to continue. A carriage bearing the royal crest descends from the sky. Slow, silent, unmistakable. The onlookers exchange glances. Someone whistles.
Renard, that's gotta be for you, right? Did the Crown notice your research project? Go say hello. Maybe they'll invite you to the ceremony. The Crown does move fast.
He strides forward, ready to greet them with his most practiced charm. Two attendants in imperial livery step out, walk right past him. Renard freezes. They stop in front of me. Bow.
Lady Wynn, Crown Prince Daemon requests your presence.
I'm brought to a private sitting room. The moment I push open the door and see Crown Prince Daemon, something clicks into place. Silver white hair cropped short. He lounges on the sofa like he owns gravity itself.
Lady Wynn, forgive the sudden summons. I just have one question.
You can sense soul energy, can't you?
I go still. I've kept this secret my entire life. No one has ever found out. Female beastkin who can sense and soothe soul energy are impossibly rare. A gentle blade, but every known soul mender has been claimed, conscripted into the military, or locked away in the Crown's healing corps. None of them went willingly. I've spent years being careful, never showing anything that sets me apart from an ordinary lovebird. And yet, here I am.
Don't look so alarmed. I'm not here to conscript you. I just need a favor.
His tone is cold, but his manners are impeccable. What do you need, Your Highness?
I want you to examine me. Everyone in the palace is lying to me. The healers, the council, my own attendants. You're a soul mender, and you don't belong to the court. I trust you.
Wind catches the curtain, a dry rustle. Daman says nothing more. I know the story. He and Castor went deep into the Voidlands and vanished. Weeks later, he reappeared. The rumors say he's living on borrowed time. I place both hands on the crown of his head. Soul energy flows into his body. This body is stranger than I expected. It should be broken beyond repair, and yet there's a stubborn, impossible vitality humming through it.
Straight answer. How long?
About a year. His attendant stepped in with Renabard earlier. Your Highness, it's not entirely hopeless. Humans. Human blood, or bonding with a human as a mate. The pure aura in their life force, it might be enough. Everyone knows humans are the stuff of legend. You could count the ones in all of Atramore on one hand. But Demon, he laughs.
So that's what it was. Fate, then.
I chalk it up to a dying man finding his one thread of hope. Then, Pebble thrashes inside my satchel. I pull the egg out.
Wait. That egg, where did you get it?
Stop.
I am the last pure-blooded human on Earth, offered as a peace gift to the most powerful vampire duke. I never imagined I would become their living blood supply, even less did I expect to turn into their pampered princess. And certainly yet had no choice. For 2 centuries of war between humans and vampires, a peace agreement was signed. However, the condition of the agreement was that humans would send a young and beautiful woman to Dirk Draven's family every year, allowing her to fully integrate into the vampire family. And I am the unfortunate one who was selected. During the 2-century-long battle with vampires, humans have continuously evolved through genetic modification, becoming more resilient, powerful, and swift. I am the exception, having neither enhanced strength nor any improvement in combat ability. By all measurable standards, I am completely useless. But I possess a talent that no one knows about, a talent that needs to be kept hidden, especially when I am about to be sent to live with predators. I can read minds. Before I was sent, the elder of the human council smiled warmly and gently patted my shoulder.
You're a beautiful girl, and I'm sure you're also very smart. You'd better not mess things up.
I smiled sweetly in reply.
Don't worry, old man.
Draven